Hey guys, and how about we watch Hercule Satan versus Dan Hibiki? Alright, I know this is already kind of a joke death battle, because, you know, it's using two of the weakest characters ever. They're not even necessarily the weakest characters ever, they're just the most incompetent characters ever. Both of them are fairly powerful now that I think about it, but they're just completely incompetent. Well, anyway, who do I think is going to win, if there is a winner? I mean, a lot of the times they just don't have a winner, from what I hear. But I do believe that this match's winner, if there is one, will probably be Hercule Satan. Hercule's just he's more coordinated than Dan, not tripping over himself like every 5 minutes. And, I mean, this is kind of unfair to say, but I feel like they would probably want to make it up to all of the Dragon Ball Z fans. Not even sure if that would really be making it up. Like I said, they're joke characters. Anyway, I don't have anything to say because I don't know anything about them. I just know they're jokes, and I've seen, like, footage from Dragon Ball Z and Street Fighter. I know they're just complete ditzes. Anyway, let's get to watching. A
good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for
Bruce
whatever
Lee.
may come.
But some fighters are dumb enough to ignore the legendary Bruce Lee's words. Like Hercule Satan, the world martial arts champion.
And Dan Hibiki, the psychiatrist.
how their clips of them are just them getting beat
up. It's
up.
our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
My favorite of the two is Dan, I think.
The Earth was in danger, the future of mankind threatened by a monster named Cell. All would be lost unless a hero could best him in the ring of champions.
The hope of the world lay on the shoulders and afro of one man, Hercule Satan.
But he failed. Yep.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Officially, Mr. Satan is the world martial arts champion.
Real
and
name,
chosen savior
Mark.
of humanity. Or so
Just-
he would
just
have you
Mark.
believe.
Hey, if I could lie that well, I'd make everybody think I'm king of the world too. Or even God.
Nah. Sorry, that
Before
wouldn't
he was
work.
that
Loves
hero
eating
of
spaghetti,
the
I just
people,
noticed that at
Mr.
the
Satan
bottom.
went by Mark. Eager to learn, Mark sought to master the art of combat.
Young Mark honed his skills in the dojo Satan Castle, which sounds awesome. But sadly, no, he was not actually trained by the devil. I looked it up.
Turns out he was naturally gifted in martial arts, mostly due to his strangely good luck.
Yeah, like when he won his first world championship after his rival got food poisoning. That's not suspicious at all.
Victory in hand, Mark took the stage name Mr. Satan in honor of his dojo and to sound better for the cameras.
Yeah,
His
Mark
victories
doesn't
and
sound very good for the
explosive
cameras.
Personality quickly rocketed him to a life of wealth, fame, and luxury.
Which almost came to an end when he and his master got drunk and made fun of some random guy's ponytail. Turns out this random guy just so happened to be a superpowered immortal mercenary who then murdered his master. Remember,
Did
kids,
he just
sticks and
use his
stones will break
tongue
your
to-
bones, but words should never be used
Oh,
against
God.
a tree-surfing murderer.
From that day forward, Mr. Satan
Well,
swore
then.
he would never fight anyone whose identity was a secret or who seemed out of his league.
Seemed to forget about that when Cell showed up. Anyway, somewhere along the line, Mr. Satan married a lady named Miguel. And
Not
after
actually
her brother,
Miguel.
who in the ovarian ring, had a daughter. Oh, and then his wife died.
Wow, come on, Boomstick, show some tact. Despite his grief, Mr. Satan never let his loss interrupt his lifestyle.
He filled the hole in his life the only way he knew how, with more martial arts. He mastered techniques like his dynamite kick and megaton punch,
Ooh.
which sounds like they would make you explode or something epic like that.
But they're actually just regular kicks and punches. He really only named them so he could scream awesome words while fighting. Hey, this is anime after all.
I feel more than a little underwhelmed by this guy right now.
Well, Mr. Satan's techniques were enough for him to legitimately win the 24th World Martial Arts Tournament, becoming the champion of the world and chosen savior to battle Cell.
Kind of.
But we already know how that went.
I could watch that over and over. In fact... Get away from me, bitch.
Mr. Satan actively avoids fighting those who clearly outclass him, mostly to save his own reputation.
The first time he saw people flying and shooting beams from their hands, he thought it was a bunch of cheap tricks and pyrotechnics. Even after seeing the most epic Kamehameha beam struggle of all time, he still denied everything.
It's a trick. It's all a trick, I swear. Someday I'll bring it all to light. I will.
But just in case he finds himself in over his head, Mr. Satan is packing an assortment of capsules containing jetpacks, disguised explosives, and even missile launchers. Man, if those existed in real life, it would be a TSA nightmare.
If there's anything he's good at, it's public performance.
That's only sort of funny.
Scenarios with lame excuses like faking stomach aches, and somehow the entire world buys his crap every single time.
I did it! For years, I've been trying to perfect a variation of the Megaton Punch that uses latent energy to cause a delayed reaction to catch my opponent off guard.
When in doubt, work the crowd. I love all of you.
Who are you talking to?
Every single one of you. Like and subscribe.
Mr. Satan is a master of deception, an excellent actor, and a complete fraud. Still, he is strong enough to rip 3 phone books in half and pull 4 buses by himself. And once he actually moved faster than the untrained eye can see, but forgot bullets move fast too.
Well,
that's extremely impressive.
At least he's not Yamcha.
At least he's not At least he's not Yamcha.
26 times, although only one of them was legitimate.
Yeah, the other times he rigged it by having Mr. Boo kick everyone's ass and then lose to him on purpose.
Still, it's pretty impressive he managed to befriend one of the most dangerous and untamed monsters in the Dragon Ball universe.
Yeah.
Oh, and one time he convinced the whole world's population to stick their hands up in the air and then wave them around like they just didn't care, but whatever.
Boomstick, that saved the world.
Eh.
Mr. Satan is motivated by 3 things: money, fame, and his daughter, who he seems to prize above all else.
He may be a bit of a con artist, but no matter what he's up against, Mr. Satan still finds a way to rise above his fears through his own bravery. Wait, did I just say bravery? I meant thick-headedness and straight-up stupidity.
Yeah. Okay.
Was he trying to fly? I think he was trying to fly.
Oh, the pain. Oh.
The pain.
Conceptualized in retaliation of SNK's blatant ripoff of Capcom's characters, Dan Hibiki was always meant to be a complete joke.
Dan had no natural talent in fighting people, but his father, Go Hibiki, was a martial arts master with his own dojo.
One day, Go's dojo was visited by Sagat, an enforcer of the crime syndicate Shadaloo. As an advocate of justice, Go refused to be intimidated by the crime lord and stood up to him the only way he knew how.
By kicking his freaking eye out,
Ooh.
Sagat brutally beat him to death in front of his own son. That should teach you to mess with a 7'4" Muay Thai monster.
It didn't. Enraged and distraught, Dan swore he would avenge his father's death. To do so, he sought out a legendary dojo hidden in the wilderness of Japan.
This thing is more elusive than child support to my ex.
Oh, that movie.
Time we spend here, questions arise.
Yeah. Like, who the hell's Dad?
Against all odds, Dan found it. He was trained by its master, Goken, the same mentor who taught Ryu and Ken such legendary techniques as the Hadoken and the Shoryuken. Dan began the difficult journey of mastering the use of ki as a weapon of justice.
Too bad he didn't.
Until Goku expelled him because he just sucked.
Well, technically, it was because Goken didn't want his training only used for revenge, but let's face it, he knew he was wasting his time.
However, Dan's determination for vengeance continued.
Determination.
He took the little he had learned from Goken and ironically combined it with some Muay Thai.
This became his very own martial art, the Saikyo Ryu fighting style.
That was actually pretty cool.
Unfortunately, while that
That
sounds
combo.
awesome, it didn't really work out.
Dan's fighting style is, well, it sucks. It's awful. There's absolutely nothing redeemable about it. I mean, he can use special moves like the Koryuken and the Dan
Goryuken.
Which are like the dollar store versions of awesome stuff, like the Shoryuken and Tatsum, well, whatever it's called.
Also, Dan Kukyaku, did he seriously name one of his moves after himself?
Yeah, he's pretty full of himself, which is why the Psycho style's strongest technique is excessive taunting. He can taunt while jumping, somehow increasing his airtime, and by focusing all his energy at once, Dan can perform a taunt so fearsome it will shock and amaze all who witness it just by being the most worthless thing they've ever seen. This is the legendary taunt.
Here I come! What's the problem? Don't underestimate me. I'm awesome! Woohoo! Piece of cake!
I love the fact that it does literally nothing.
Now, Dan can
Teabags.
key into a fireball projectile called the Godoken. In a way, the Godoken is symbolic of Dan himself.
Yeah, it's tiny, pathetic, and doesn't last very long.
Despite this, Dan eventually tracked down his father's killer and offered to make his left eye match his right. In turn, Sagat politely offered to reunite father and son. The long-awaited clash of fists began, a clash in which Dan was bent on retribution.
What? Oh shit, he won?
Yes.
Yeah, impressive.
Dan finally achieved the
He was
recompense
crying.
for so long and trained his entire life for, because Sagat threw the fight in pity. Completely unaware of his luck and now confident he was one of the strongest in the world, Dan founded his own dojo to unfortunately teach other people his worthless martial arts.
Thanks, Sagat. Not only have you killed this man's father, but you're ruining other kids' lives now, too.
You'll be happy to know that not many students actually enrolled in his class, because he kept forgetting to pay his phone bill and did not include his dojo's address in his commercials.
Classic Dan.
Classic
By the way,
Dan.
What's up with the pink gi?
Well, it was originally white, but then he accidentally washed it with colors.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, making fun of Dan is fun and all, but let's be honest, he's not a complete pushover. He can take down multiple thugs at once, and even endured a beating from Ryu and Ken simultaneously. No matter how many times he falls, Dan will always get right back up.
And remember how Goken rejected him because of his thirst for vengeance? That's because Dan can actually tap into the Satsui no Hado, the evil, deadly energy that transformed Goken's brother Akuma into an island-smashing murderer.
We're not joking here. Once Dan did access his Satsui no Hado to use the dreaded Raging Demon, a move which obliterates the victim's soul.
Damn! If Dan can do it, I can do it! Alright, watch out, Wes, there it goes!
Just runs into Sagat.
Ah, shit! I fell on my keys!
But more often than not, Dan's a klutz whose overconfident taunting gets him into trouble. He is his own worst enemy.
But even after crying like a baby from stubbing his toe, Dan doesn't let any of it keep him down for long. After all, who else will carry on the heroic legacy of Go Hibiki?
Who do you get?
K.O.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once
All
and
right.
for all.
I don't
First, your face is in danger, and only I can save it.
really have much to say because I don't think this was meant to be a serious death battle.
Then you know it comes at a price. The price of facial
Oh
hair
my God.
stronger than cold
What
steel.
is this?
It takes a razor made of mithril, forged in dragon
Is that a
fire,
master?
quenched in
That's
the
their
blood of
master
unicorn,
sword again.
Just to get a close shave. But since those don't come cheap, I'm often left using them until they're worn out and disgusting. Or I just give up and live in scruffy desolation. That is, until I discover DollarShaveClub.com. For just a few bucks a month, they send me a sleeve of quality blades right to my door. Now I'm able to man-sculpt my face at my leisure using a new blade.
What
every
is
week.
this?
Don't settle for using an overpriced inferior blade for far too long. Join me and millions of others.
This is a
by
weird
heading
ad
to
to have in a death battle. Anyway,
and sign up right now
no
and choose the
analysis
that's
or
perfect for you.
no
If you won't do it for me,
thoughts
do it
again,
for the unicorns.
and
But
I
right
didn't
now,
change my
it's
opinion at
time
all.
for a death battle!
Everyone's just feeling his face. Even Torian was there.
For our next round, our beloved savior of mankind,
Hercule Satan.
and the challenger, the infamous creator of the psychical arts,
Dan Hibiki.
Woohoo! Here I come! Ow!
I like the one guy who likes Dan.
How about you ring yourself out?
You wish, chump. I hope you're ready for a beating.
To be honest, this is more like real fighting than anything in Dragon Ball or Street Fighter.
A weakling like you stands no chance.
It looks like Mr. Satan wants to end this quickly. Which of his patented finishing moves will he use?
Dynamite King!
Oh my god! What's this? He's avoided the champion's most devastating attack!
Ha! I psyched him out. He'll be too terrified to throw a single punch.
That's more than a single punch.
Wow! Behold the glory of Psyche!
The legendary taunt.
Whoa! Wow!
And now, behold my ultimate attack! Shinku!
No. Now what I'm thinking is, what do I do? I couldn't time all the arena. I slipped due to my sheer muscle mass. Yeah! Holy crap, how long is this gonna take? Yeah! I've done it! After years of training and grueling exercise, this pathetic pony's cheap shrinks won't work on me! Ha!
And they buy it. They buy it again.
Who knew the secret to countering such an attack was to act like a coward?
Yeah!
What's this? Is it just me, or has Mr. Satan illegally smuggled weapons into the arena?
What did he bring with him?
I can't go out like this. What? I've never seen these before. Obviously, my challenger snuck them into my row to get me disqualified. Can't even face me like a man.
Oh, sweet, a jetpack! Yeah. Time for the next evolution of my martial art. Ultimate Rocket Booster Psyche Doom! Well, that's disappointing.
Only one more capsule left, but I don't remember what's in it. You gotta think of something fast. This guy's good. I can't track his movements.
Ooh. What?
What the heck? I mean, what a spectacle! What could the champ be planning?
I love all these references in the background. Just all of the capsules.
Ah, crap.
Ow.
I can't believe it, folks! The match is still on! And Mr. Satan's limitless tenacity has worn down the challenger!
Aha! Yes, that's right. I tired him out. Me, Mr. Satan. That was my plan all along.
No, it wasn't.
What am I doing? I can't lose to this Joker. I have to win! For my father!
Ooh. You can do it, Dan. I believe in you. I knew it. I knew something like that would happen.
Oh, man!
Watch closely. You're about to witness the real deal.
Like I said, Hercule's more coordinated.
It looks like this is the end!
Yeah! This is over!
Oh, man!
Ooh. Ow.
Whoa! I've never seen anything like
That's how they came up with an excuse for Hercule killing someone. He could never kill someone, so.
karaoke punch!
God, I can't believe that happened. I need to change my pants.
Hercule Satan!
Now he can disappoint his father in the afterlife.
His father just
Hercule
leaves.
Satan and Dan Hibiki may be pretty pathetic in context, but keep in mind, Before the Cell Saga, Mr. Satan was actually a legitimate world champion.
Unlike Dan, who only has one confirmed win to his name, and it was handed to him out of pity.
And Mr. Satan has proven time and time again that he is stronger than the average athletic man.
He once pulled 4 tour buses, which is nearly 60 tons, and then he punched through one of them. That's a sheet of steel right there. Dan
Couldn't get it
struggled
back
to throw
out,
a
but
single
hey,
guy over
he
his
punched
shoulder.
through it.
Mr. Satan once broke through a tower of 19 tiles with a single chop, and is the only character in Dragon Ball history to have fought both Cell and Majin Buu and not die.
Think about that.
Dan's speed attacks were his ace in the hole, but in true
They held back
fashion,
on him, but still.
it amounted to nothing but failure. Just like the time he managed to pull off the Raging Demon, only to be stopped by a high school girl's backpack.
The key to
How
Dan's
can you
failure
trip when you're
is the winner.
floating?
The winner is Hercule Satan.
Good job, I guess.
Next time on Death Battle.
I like that one. Ooh. Ooh. Brawler. Oh, Ruby.
Hey, I'm Chad. I play Boomstick. I'm sorry to 3D
I'll
animate.
mention
And
that
Wiz.
later, but
And we are super excited that Yang from Ruby is coming to the next Death Battle. Ooh.
Yeah, this time it's going to be a 3D animated fight by this guy. He's mocapping it as we speak.
He doesn't always
I'll
look
explain
like
a bit.
What do you? It's the mocap station.
This is what I wear every day.
But who is Yang going to be fighting? You can stick to our social media, and we will. Let you know
that's
very
just kind of
soon.
a thing
You'll find us
at
on
this
Facebook,
point.
Official SA, or on Twitter at ScrewAttack.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Alright. Let's talk about this one. Alright, I'm surprised that they're doing a character from Ruby because, I actually looked up a song that got copyrighted just because I was curious. One of the songs that they used in earlier Death Battle was copyrighted by Ruby, or the people who worked on Ruby. So, I mean, it's just weird. And they said they were really excited. It's just weird. I avoided watching Ruby because of that, actually. It's a dumb reason, but it's a reason. Alright. Well, Yang, Brawler, seems to be able to shoot stuff out of her hands. Or, gauntlets. I don't know anything about her, so I don't know who she could be fighting. And I don't really have anything to say about this fight, because it was, again, one of those, joke death battles. So, I don't really have anything else to say, so have fun with all of your lives as I do my outro. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more content like this in the future, be sure to subscribe. Alright, well, see you in the next video.